Vanakkam, Namaste, or Sitaram, and welcome to the third installation of the miniseries Balidhaan, where in this particular video we will discuss Balidhaan versus sacrifice. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is out of transparency and to educate people as that when you're reading doctrines, not everywhere that you see the word sacrifice, it is going to mean animal sacrifice or offering of animals, even though Balidhan is Sanskrit and the translation to Balidhan is sacrifice. So, not in every doctrine that you read, or be it a Puran or so forth, would mean when you see sacrifice, it means animal sacrifice. When you go further into or more in depth in the scripture, what you're reading, it may pertain to a yajna, which is a collaboration of sadhanas and so forth. It may pertain to tapasya or penance or doing japam. It may pertain to also doing hawan or homam. So not everywhere you see it. And to put it in a percentage aspect, roughly 65 or roughly 65 to 60, 65 to 70 or so percentage of the time that you see the word sacrifice, it will pertain to like a yajna, tapasya, homam, and so forth. So you have to read the doctrines that you're reading thoroughly to see what it is pertaining to. The other 35 to other 35% or so, going up to 100, it will have some doctrines when they mention the word sacrifice, to it will pertain to that aspect of offering oblations as an animal and so forth, doing a balidhan in that sense. It will pertain to that. So I want everyone to understand, not because you're reading, let's say, the Devi Bhagavatam or you're reading the Shit Puran, the Agni Puran, and so forth. You're reading some particular doctrine, and you see the word sacrifice. It is not always pertaining to Balidhan, because I have had when I was doing research on this particular topic, and I was having conversations with individuals to kind of figure out what it is they would like to hear about the topic and so forth. They had asked, well, I was reading this particular scripture and it mentioned sacrifice. Does that pertain to actually Balidan? And I was like, no, it doesn't. If you see I gave them example of different scriptures where it does say sacrifice and it pertains to Balidan. So I want people to understand not everywhere that you see the word sacrifice in different texts would mean Balidan. Please read more in depth of what you're reading about or reading into to see what it pertains to, because eventually it will describe what it is it's more or less associated itself with. If it is a yajna, if it is a homam or hawan or doing tapasya or a collaboration, it will state, or if it really is a balidan. So you would know in that aspect, right? Where Balidan is concerned, when they mention Balidan, yes, roughly 85% of 85% of the times where Balidan is concerned, when you see that word, it will pertain to animal sacrifice or offering different, offering rajasic to tamasic oblations or offerings to a particular deity or such. So I just wanted to more or less make this video to put that in perspective. So no one, when they're reading different, the Skanda Puran, the Markandeya Puran, or whatever text they're reading, some Agamas or something like that, or they're reading the manuscript Smriti, they do not get, they do not get cross-thread, or they get confused when they see the part where sacrifice is concerned. Now, even to the Smriti also, the Manusmriti, does mention sacrifice. That's one of the texts that will mention sacrifice, and that is pertaining to Balidan. And when we go into that particular video where it is named Balidan via the Manusmriti, you will see where it mentions sacrifice and is pertaining to the animal offerings and so forth. So, I just wanted to more or less make this video so people would understand not every place that you see the word sacrifice, it will pertain to doing a animal ritual, a ritual offering animals. Please read thoroughly more into the scripture that you're reading to understand what it is they're pertaining to when they use that particular terminology. All right, so I hope this has been helpful in that aspect. All right, once this is uploaded, I will be doing the other videos that is right behind it. All right, so JC Taram, Panaka.